My name's Rick. Over there is my 10-year-old son Rocco, who's guest playing for the Canes this weekend, and we're getting ready to play game 2 of pool play against the SoCal Mad Dogs. Win this game and we're likely in the championship, so let's go Canes. Here we go. We're gonna get started soon. All right, we're getting ready to get started here. Canes, the visiting team versus SoCal Mad Dogs. And I believe this kid's name is Gio. He shows bunt, pulls back, and sees ball 1 on the first pitch. Sorry, I got a fly on my leg trying to shake it off. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by third base. Thrown to first. And I think it's going to be late. Gio's going to beat it out. Oh no, they called him out. Wow. Okay, they called him out. Holy moly. I'm pretty sure he beat that by a whole step at least. Okay, 1 out after that call at first base. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air. Pitcher underneath it. Third base underneath it. They collide, but the pitcher does catch it. That is 2 outs. Here we go. Okay, 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch. Up and in, ball 1. And the 3-0, down in the dirt, ball 4. So that young man works a walk, and that's going to bring up my 10-year-old son, Rocco. All right, here's Rocco now, runner on first base. First pitch, that's up, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit up the middle, and he's standing right at second base. So that's going to be a fielder's choice, and 3 outs. Wow. I think runner was going on the pitch. Second baseman was going to cover, and the ball went right to him. 3 outs, Canes fail to score. Here we go. Okay, bottom 2, tie score, or bottom 1, I'm sorry, tie score. Ball hit in the air, and it's off the shortstop's glove, and he's going to be safe there at first base. Here we go, first pitch, runner goes, and he's up safe at second base. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by Gio, thrown to first, and he's going to be out. Runner gets to third, 1 out. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Second base fields it, throws 1. That's going to be 2 outs, but it does score a run. So Mad Dogs strike first, up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Here's the first pitch. Ball outside. 3-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Third base fields it, throws 1. And they're going to have, no, the ball gets by. So he's going to be safe there at first. First pitch, swung on, foul. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air. And that's going to get down into left center. Rocco fumbles it, picks it up, throws. And that's going to be a 1 or a 2 out single, scores the run from first. First pitch, outside, ball 1, runner goes, and he's going to be safe there at second base. Here's the 1-0. Hit right back to the pitcher. He picks it up, throws 1, and they're going to get the out. But they do give up 2, so Canes down 2-0. Let's go hit. Okay, top of second. Canes down by 2. First pitch. Swing and a miss on a ball upstairs. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit well. Shortstop gloves it nicely, throws to first, and that's going to be out number 1. Nice play, shortstop. 1 down. All right, here we go. First pitch. Down in the dirt, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit up the middle, and that's going to be over the head of the center fielder who's coming back to the fence. He grabs it, throws it in, and that young man, number 16, has a double. Nice hit. Here we go. First pitch, swung on, hit to the right side, and right to the first baseman who grabs, oh no, I'm sorry, that's foul. Foul ball. I'm not sure what happened. I think we may have had a catcher's interference. I don't know. But he's on first base. Here we go. First pitch, right there, strike 1. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, that's 2 outs. Here's the first pitch, up and away, ball 1. 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit in the air, and that's going to get over the head of the second baseman. And they're going to throw home, and he's going to score there. Runner moves to third, no, going home, and that's 2 runs. And that batter, number 15, good job, moves up to second base on that little Little poke that finds the grass, ties it up. Let's go 15. New batter, first pitch. Up and in, gets him in the shoulders, and he's going to take first base. Way to take one for the team, young man. Way to go. First pitch to Gio, outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit well, but caught by the shortstop. Nice range, 21. And they're going to get out of it, but we've got a tie ball game. Here we go. Okay, bottom 2, tie game, first pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out, good job. New batter, first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-2. Called, strike 3. That's 2 outs, good pitch, number 8. All right, new batter, first pitch. Called, strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, but that's going to be foul, out of play, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3, and they go down in order. Canes puts up a 0. Let's go hit. Okay, top of 3. Tie game right now. New pitcher for Mad Dog's first pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. And it's going to get through into left field. And throwing, sliding into second base. Good job there. That is going to be a double for number 7. Nice hit. All right, here we go. First pitch, down in the dirt by the catcher. Gio going third, and he's going to be safe. Good job. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit up the middle. Past the pitcher, gloved by the shortstop. Thrown to first, and that's going to be an out, but it does score a run. Untying the game. Canes go up 3-2. Let's go. All right, Rocco steps in. Hitting well today. He did ground into a fielder's choice the first inning of this game. Swung on and hit a chopper to the shortstop. And they throw to first. He dropped the ball, and they're going to call him out anyway. All right, after that call, we got 2 outs. First pitch, down in the dirt, ball 1. 3-2. Swung on, hit well. And that's going to get into left field. Nice hit there, young man from Canes. Good job. Let's go. New batter, first pitch. Down and away, that gets by. Runner going, and he's going to be safe there at second base. 1-1. Swung on, hit in the air. Right fielder going for it, and it comes down. Runner going home. And he's going to be safe there at the plate. Good job. And that scores another run for Canes. Nice hit there. I don't know, number 5. Here we go. Number 15, I'm sorry. Good job. Okay, here we go. New batter, first pitch. Up and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air. And going for it. It gets down into right field. And 15 is going to third, so we got runners at the corners. Good job. New batter, first pitch. Down in the dirt, gets by. And he's going. And he's safe. He's underneath it. Good job. That's another run for Canes. Here we go. All right, Henry steps in. First pitch. Up and away. Gets by the catcher. And we take third base. Good job. Here's the 3-0. Outside again. Ball 4. Runner going. And he's going to be safe there at the plate. Good job. New batter, first pitch. Swung on. Hit in the air. And foul. Here's the 0-1. Swung on. Hit well. And that's going to be in the gap. Into center field. Center fielder picks it up. Throws it in to second base. Oh no, and he's going to be hosed there. I don't know if the run counted or not. And I think that means both runs score. All right. So here we go. That is going to be the end of the top of the third. We're going to go get some outs of our own. Here we go. All right, bottom 3, first pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 0-2. Called. Strike 3. Umpire zone seems to have gotten larger, and we'll take it right now, I guess. 1 out. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch. Off the plate, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground. Gio fields it, throws 1. And that's going to get away there at first base. So that young man's going to be on first. And he's back safely. Here's the first pitch. Right there, strike 1, good pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Gio fields it. throws one, and they're gonna get the out there. Runner was already at second base moving on the pitch, but that's 2 outs. Good job. Runner on second now, 2 outs. And they pick, throws it into center field, and runner's going 3. Rocco throws, and they call him safe. Here we go, first pitch, up and in, and that gets him. He's gonna take first base. New batter, first pitch, swung on, hit in the air, or on the ground, and second base was going to cover second on the swing. Runner moves over to third and is safe there, so that's gonna score a run. Here we go. Okay, here we go, runners at the corner, first pitch. Called, strike 1. Here's a 1-2, foul ball. Ooh, that gets him, oh no. 1-2 pitch, called, strike 3, and Canes get out of it. And the catcher, by the way, is okay, but I do think he got hit in the cup. Way to be tough, young man. Here we go, let's go hit. All right, top 4. First pitch. Swung on, hit off the end of the bat. And it's bobbled by third base, so he's gonna make it there. Nice job. Number 24, good hit. All right, Gio stepping in. First pitch to him. Swung on, hit on the ground again to third base, and that gets through. Playing pepper with the third baseman now, and we're gonna have first and second with no outs. Good job, Gio. All right, new batter, first and second, no outs. First pitch, swung on, turned on towards the shortstop, and he flips to second, and they're gonna have the out there. Ooh, Gio's down. All right, Gio's hurting. Think he's gonna be okay. Way to be tough there, young man, good job. First and third now with 1 out. They pick to first. And it hits his helmet. Oh, he's gonna be okay, I think, but that does score a run. Here we go. I'm not sure where it got him. I thought I got him in the helmet, but it seems like it might have got him somewhere else first. He's down. First pitch. Inside, gets by the catcher. Gio's going second, and he is gonna be safe. He's running for, I don't know everyone's names, but number 7 who's catching. Here we go. All right, here's the 1-1. That's hit on the ground. Gio hesitates. Fielded by shortstop, thrown to first for out number 2. Gio to third base. All right, my 10-year-old son Rocco steps in. Runner on third with 2 outs. First pitch to him is up, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled back to the backstop, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, rolled over, and it's gonna get off the shortstop's glove. And that's gonna score another run on the tough hop on the chopper. Rocco's on first base, here we go. All right, in steps a new batter. Rocco at first base now. First pitch is up, ball 1. Rocco went 2, and he's gonna be safe there. Swung on, hit on the ground. Shortstop gloves it, throws 1, and that is gonna be 3 outs. So here we go. Canes just needs to go get 3 outs without allowing them to tie up this game, and the game will be over. Here we go. Rocco's knee is scraped up, I think. Okay, new inning, first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-2 pitch, called, strike 3. New batter, first pitch, that one's up, ball 1. 3-1, swung on, hit in the air. Rocco going for it, and it's gonna get down in front, so he's unable to get there. And that's gonna be a single for that young man, nice hit. Runner on first, 1 out, first pitch. Just up, ball 1. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 2 outs. Canes 1 out away from winning this one and probably earning themselves a spot in the ship. Here we go. First pitch. Called, strike 1, outside corner. 0-1. Swung on and fouled back up in the air, out of play, strike 2. And they pick him off. And that's going to end the game. So Canes go 2-0 in pool play and probably have a championship game to play much later tonight. We're going to have a bit of a break. Hopefully they don't come out flat. Here we go. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Don't forget to comment. We loved reading your comments. We love answering them. Thanks for being here, and we will see you next time. Peace.